So basically, the past two videos that I made about police officers starting to let up a little bit, starting to pull back some of the restrictions as it pertains to cars and kind of chill out as it pertains to tent and loud exhaust and, just kind of taking it easy on the car community and giving us a break. Basically, all that stuff was a lie, at least in the state of North Carolina. Police officers in North Carolina are doubling down. The striped cops are here, and what I mean by that is the Undercover 5.7 Chargers with the stripes, they're here. Undercover 5.7 Chargers and Challengers are here as well. And they are now still, well, maybe not now, but they're still hitting people for tents. Two of my guys in Lane Hogs got hit last week. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video for you guys. So let me get you guys in focus right here. Oh, nope. Yeah. As always, guys, it's your boy Knockout 360 with another video for you guys. As you already know, you know how it's going down when I come around. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. Car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, and anything and everything car related happens on this channel, right? So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around because you're in the right place. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out, right? So boom, the video that I just played at the beginning, my homeboy, my good man, sent me this video probably Friday morning, yesterday morning. He saw there was an accident or whatever, and one Charger pulled up, which is, that's customary. It was undercover. And then another Charger pulled up, and then two Challengers pulled up, all of which are 5.7s. None of them marked, all unmarked. All of them have the standard, let me see here, the standard, I think they all have the standard state trooper wheels. Yeah, they all do. At least the Chargers do. What about the Challengers? Oh, yeah. So the Challengers don't. The Challengers do not have the standard state trooper wheels, right? So for all you guys that were basically telling me that the quickest way to call out Undercover 5.7 is basically by looking at the wheels, because the wheels are a dead giveaway, which they are, because that's the first thing that I look at whenever I see a Charger, a 5.7 that's blacked out with the tent, no markings on it, just kind of suspicious looking. I always look at the wheels, and the wheels give it away, and it's obviously an undercover cop or state trooper. Well, that can't be said for the Challengers, because they're not doing that with the Challengers. And looking at the video here, let me see. The lights on all of these cars are literally on the side skirts. So not even on the side skirts. I think they're under them and hidden away a little bit. And they've got some lights in the grill. They've got a light on the back window, like a white and blue light. They've got lights on the side skirts. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, you wouldn't be able to tell. The Challengers all have the HEMI badge on the side. The Challengers aren't even blacked out, right? So the Challengers don't even look suspicious. They just look like regular 5.7s. One looks like it's blacked out. I think the black one in this video is blacked out. The white one is not. They've all got 5.7 HEMI badges on them. And so let's look at it. So the side skirts have the lights, the rear window have the lights, and then the rear side windows have the lights, and then of course up front the grill. That's all they're giving us, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. And these are all cops. I'm not even sure if these are state troopers. I think these are just local cops. And they're all doing this. So needless to say, if you get pulled over by a Challenger, you're probably not getting arrested and taken to jail in the Challenger, because you know, like I know, the Challenger is two-door. You would be sitting right next to the cop. That's obviously a hazard. That's not going to happen. But what they are going to do is chase you down in the 5.7 Challenger, or even bait you with the 5.7 Challenger, and then have obviously one of their another unit or something like that in the Charger come and scoop you up and take you down to the jailhouse or whatever the case may be. So that's one instance. Another instance, one of my subscribers sent to me, I'm going to put his information out on the gram here. He shot me a DM. This was in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So you know how in the past we've been talking about South Carolina, how South Carolina's been tripping and how South Carolina's been, basically, I wouldn't even say bending the law. I don't know if it's considered bending the law. I'm sure they would probably see things differently from their end. But basically, they've got illegally tinted Chargers, and then they've got a specific Charger unit. They call it the ACE unit. I think it was like Don't get me started. I can't even remember it. But they call it the Ace unit. Basically, they were 5.7 Chargers that were retrofitted with the dual stripes going down the middle. And then some even have the offset stripes similar to mine. Blacked out, of course. They came in different colors: white, black, silver. I think there was a blue as well. And then, of course, the stripes themselves came in different colors. Well, we talked about that being in South Carolina, and some of you guys commented that there's some Undercover 5.7s in North Carolina. One of my subscribers sent me this picture of a white Dodge Charger, no HEMI badge, completely blacked out, with dual black stripes going down the center, and even the side panel stripes, right? So you know how a lot of guys with the RTs like to do the side panel stripes up front and that front quarter panel on both sides. This one has that. So we've got a blacked out Charger and dual stripes and the dual side panel stripes. And you say, well, that's easy to figure out. Just look at the wheels. I'm putting this picture up right now, and I want you guys to zoom in. The wheels look just like ours. The only thing about this car that gives it away, now mind you, you got the lights. Looks like he's got lights on the side markers, which I don't think I've ever seen that. Side markers, lights. He's got lights in the rear window. He's got lights on the rear bumper, and then he's probably got lights on the front bumper. The only thing that gives his car away as a cop car is he's got the big ass lights that that, you know, those old Crown Vics used to have. Those big ass lights that you could halo lights or patrol lights or whatever the case may be, where you could maneuver it manually inside the car and see what you're looking at. That's the only thing that gives it away. Aside from that, this just looks like a Charger with a bunch of shit on it. And then, of course, he hops out or she hops out, and he's got the bulletproof vest on. It's a cop nonetheless. This is in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And like I said, my guys, I got 2 guys that just got popped in the previous 2 weeks for tint. So it looks like some cities and states are progressing and thinking progressively and easing up on the car community and easing up on car restrictions and laws and so on and so forth. Some are not. Some are actually doubling down. North and South Carolina are those 2 states. We've already talked about what South Carolina is doing. Apparently it's coming to North Carolina, or maybe it's even already here. Between undercover Challengers and Chargers, between undercover Chargers with stripes and graphics package and all of that shit on there, at this point, no Mopar can be trusted, man. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are saying, look at the wheels. The wheels are always a dead giveaway. I do believe that. That is true. But looking at this Charger in this picture right here that was taken in Winston-Salem, these almost look like Hellcat replica rims. I could be mistaken. These almost look like Demon rims. I know that they're not, but they don't look like cop rims. I know what kind of rims you guys are talking about as far as state troopers are concerned, but these are not it. This is not it. With that being said, the fact still remains that some states are going forward, some states are going backwards. A lot of you guys were saying out west, like in California, you guys are suffering because it seems like you guys are going backwards as far as police are concerned. Virginia, which is the article or the state that we were talking about in one of those videos here recently, they're obviously moving forward, but North Carolina's not. North Carolina, we're doubling down on that. So just be mindful, if you live in the state of North Carolina, if you frequent the state of North Carolina or drive through the state of North Carolina and you like to get into some you know, action, some fuckery from time to time, just be mindful that no Mopar is your friend unless you actually know that Mopar to be your friend. Because I am quite sure, and I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm not saying that I've seen this personally, but I have been told this actually happens, that some of these cars will bait you. And once you take off on them, that's your ass. You got you for speed and reckless driving, street racing, the whole 9. It's a wrap for you, right? And that's what I can almost assume is going on here with a lot of these situations, is that you'll see a nice car like mine, or, you know, like yours out there, 392s, Hellcat, what have you, another RT, what have you. And you see an undercover Charger or Challenger with the stripes and with the graphics package, and you say, you know, let me play around with this guy. Well, you're playing with the wrong guy. You're playing with the state trooper. So needless to say, guys, I'm bringing this video to you to double down or to let you know that some states are going forward, some states are not. It looks like the state of North Carolina, we're actually going backwards. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Some of you might look at it and say, oh no, we're going right where we need to go. We're shutting that stuff down and keeping the streets clean. That may be the case, but in this particular situation, I will be honest with you guys, it's a little disheartening, because I thought that, in the previous video, a couple videos back, we talked about Fayetteville and how Fayetteville was doing some different things. So between Winston-Salem and Monroe, North Carolina, and I'm I'm sure it's coming to Charlotte if it's not already here, and I'm sure it's coming to Greensboro and Raleigh and some of the bigger cities in North Carolina. It looks like police departments are doubling down, and they are taking on or getting on the trend of basically blending in and, you know, blending in and catching people doing, I don't want to say illegal things, but just kind of blending in basically at this point. I mean, it's not going to be as easy as it was in the past to spot a cop from a mile away. Those days are over. Me personally, if I saw this particular white Charger with the stripes, I would not think it was a cop. Well, I'm just a paranoid person to begin with, so I probably would think something was different about it. Even still, because it doesn't have any HEMI badges, I would assume it's a V6, so I'm not obviously messing with it. But seeing the stripes and then the stripe kit on the front panels, I certainly wouldn't think it's a cop. Like I said, the only thing that gives it away is that big external mirror, light, right? That police light that's outside of the driver's side door. But aside from that, everything else looks pretty copacetic, you know. And that's exactly what they want. They want things to look good so that they can blend in and catch you in the act, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if some of these cops were baiting people into doing some stupid things. And then as soon as you do, that's when the lights come on. But needless to say, guys, not every city and state is progressive and moving forward. Some of us are actually going backwards. So North Carolina is one of those states, which is the state that I live in. So if you're from North Carolina, you live in North Carolina, you frequent North Carolina, no Mopar is your friend unless you know for a fact that is your friend. So that's just what it is, guys. Things are getting wild. Cops are not playing. They're doubling down. And, you know, it's pretty much coming to a lot of different cities and states. I think some states probably aren't interested in it. And then again, it's probably a departmental specific thing. Like, you know, you can't necessarily say that every department in North Carolina is doing this. I haven't seen any striped Chargers in Charlotte as of yet. But Monroe, if you know anything about Charlotte, Monroe is all of 30-45 minutes up the road. So, you know, it's coming. If it's not already here, maybe I just haven't seen it. And if it's here and it's coming here, or coming here and it's here, more than likely it's coming to where you are as well, or it's already there. We've seen 392 wide body cops. I've seen Hellcat Charger cops. I've seen Hellcat Challengers on the police like department on the parking lot. I haven't actually seen them in action, but I know that a lot of departments like to get those cars. Some use them for, like, you know, instructional shit and all that stuff. I don't know if they're using them for active duty, but we know that departments have Hellcats. Let's just be honest here. But that's where we're at right now, guys. Things are getting crazy out there. You know, watch your back, because the cops are certainly watching our backs. And I don't mean that in a good way. See you guys in the next one. It's your boy Knockout 360. Peace.